episode of Morning Coffee and Chat. Let me go and get everything synced in here. Let me go and get everything hopefully synced in here. There we go. Throw a little likey poo up for myself. Oh, I'm awake, bud. I'm awake. It has been a rough, long morning. I'm awake, though. Oh, let's see here. Are you kidding me? Jeez, criminy. One more thing goes wrong this morning, and I'm probably going to jump in front of a bus. Oh, God. Doggone it. Alright, now we'll see how that works. There's that, and now we'll share it out on Facebook, and then we can actually get started. Booyah. Alright, now we're good. No, it has been a rough, long night. The weekend was pretty drizzly and everything. Dragger, what's up, bud? Ain't seen you in God since forever. Trapper, Fish, hope you guys are doing well too. I woke up the first time at 11:44 last night. Again, ready to start my day. I was back up again at 12:40. I was back up again at 1:30. I was back up again at 2:30. I was back up again at 4. Finally said, okay, I know exactly how my morning's going to be. So I came in here, fired up the coffee pot, went back, laid in bed, turned the TV on with the wife still sleeping beside me. No volume, went strictly on the closed captioning. So here's the half blind guy sitting at the bed doing this, trying to watch TV at 4 o'clock in the morning. And she finally woke up at 4:30, and I came in here to hot coffee. So that was the high point of my morning. Let me see here. Morning, Steven. A lot of work. Other than that, relatively healthy. That's good. Quit whining. You can sleep all you want when you're dead. That's what my grandfather used to say. He says, I don't need to sleep now. I'll sleep all I need when I'm dead. Like, wow, cool. Of course, he probably would have lived past 72 if he would have slept more, but I mean, you know. I'm on Facebook, and I'm using Messenger app. Very cool. Very cool. glad to see you're rolling with technology there, bud. Well, I hope everybody had a good weekend. I hope it was just as nice temperature-wise where you're at without all that crappy rain. I had all these plans this weekend to get out and do stuff and film and everything. The temperatures were beautiful, and it rained almost the whole bloody week. Here we are today, supposed to be in the mid 60s, supposed to be clear, and well, needless to say, it's overcast and drizzly out. So I want to get a job as a weatherman. I want to get a job as a weatherman. It has got to be the only occupation besides being a politician where you can go to work every day, only be right half the time, have a six-figure income and job security. It has got to be. I mean, it is the shit. I mean, how many weathermen have you ever seen that was right 75% of the time? That's why they throw in those cute little words like, now, we could see some possible precipitation in this portion of the country. We could very possibly see snow over here in the Sierra Nevadas. Yeah, you also could see 75 degrees and sunny and, tornadic activity. Yeah, well, yeah, doctors are in there too. Hey, Kentucky girl. Good to see you, sweetie. My weekend was sweat and ticks and concrete blocks. Well, mine was supposed to be, pulling planks off one of these panels out front, so I could get one of the big oak 2x4s cut up the center for the poles for the tent. For the Ren Fair here in 3 weeks. But my stepson borrowed my circular saw and wound up cutting the cord in half on it. So he just threw it in the trash instead of putting the cord together. And I found out he took all the blades to my miter saw. So I have no saw blades, no nothing to cut these planks now, and I don't have any money to get any. And I got 3 weeks to try to figure out how to... I didn't loan the bloody thing, Tony. He came and took it one day last summer. He was working on something at his new house and come over and snagged the bloody thing. So it told me he was going to bring it back the next day, and well, it took him 6 months of me hounding him to finally tell me he cut the cord in half, just threw it in the trash. And I'm still sitting around. I didn't even know he took the not miter saw, my squirrel saw blades. Yeah. I don't even have a handsaw out there. I don't know where my 3 handsaws went. Let me see here. I got 4 son-in-laws. Yeah, it's no wonder you hide stuff. Yeah, Stephen, I am. You got the right guy. I got your message right before I started the stream. So you had the right guy on Messenger. That's actually me. I just didn't have time to respond. Oh, man. I'm so looking forward to this weekend, getting back out to another investigation. We got the Morton house, the very first house to be built in Benton Harbor, Michigan. A lot of history in that place. It's a museum now, but it sat in the family for several generations before it was given to the Women's League of Southwest Michigan, or deeded to them, and then it became a museum after that. 75, 2 cartons of cigs on the other side of Mississippi. Very cool. Very cool. Use a knife. Yeah, right now these 2x4s, and these are oak 2x4s. These aren't these crappy pine 2x4s. The panels I have sitting out in the front yard I was going to use to build the lower 4 feet of the Viking house. These are solid oak privacy fencing panels. They are 1x6 oak planks on 8-foot oak 2x. So I got to pull all the planks off one of them to cut the 2x4 up the center to make the 2 uprights I need for the trail tarp. So yeah, I got the pry bar. Got a way to get the planks off. No one took my pry bar. I just don't have any way to cut the damn board. Oh man. We're using Facebook. Tactical FUD. Hey, Tactical. Good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing well today. Morning, Candy. Good to see you. Kids, give them books, and all I do is eat the pages. Hey, Buck. I like that name. Tactical FUD. Shh. I'm hunting wabbit. People don't swipe shit to work with. Yeah, it don't bother me all that much when the kid needs a tool or something like that. I mean, he works in the RV industry, so what tools he does own stays at the factory on the weekends. But I think it'd be easier to bring your tools home than drive for 45 minutes one way to Mom's house to borrow stepdad's stuff. And then again, he has all really nice battery driven everything, and I'm still in the Stone Age with electrical cords. So I can't say that I blame him very much for not wasting his stuff. Cheese Bear, hope you're doing good this morning. Listening whilst working. Busy Monday morning. Yep, I know that feeling, bud. I finally got up at 4:30 to stay up, started working on tomorrow's video on the Donner Party and the mystery behind everything that happened to them, excavation of the Donner campsite. So that's gonna be real cool. Well, but I hope everybody else has got a good Monday plan, because if this rain holds off, I gotta go try to find a saw. Trying to think of some kind of really cool competition, giveaway, something we can do within the next couple weeks, and try to have some fun. We haven't done one in a while. The last one we done was the ill-fated Native American gift basket giveaway that a certain other somebody who just up and quit the channel was supposed to put together and send to me that I never got. Every time I have emailed that individual in the past, I've got no response. So I have no clue. No tombstone from his channel. How I'm quitting YouTube. He is not quitting permanently. He's taking some time off. He's having some personal issues. He is starting a brand new team with other YouTubers, other investigators from here in Michigan. He is not going to be gone permanently. And he's not actually leaving our team, so everybody will still see his little Johnny Depp looking butt on our videos for the Midwest Parahistoric Society. He's just quitting his channel for a short time, getting things in order and everything. Just heard from him this morning. Everything's well. Good morning, Ty. Good to see you, bud. Eight more days, huh, Ty? Hopefully, man, I don't know anymore. I'm going to quit giving advice to anybody that lives in Iowa. It's like I said the other day, that whole damn state needs to be cleared out, nuked, re-terraformed, and re-inhabited again from other people from other parts of the country. It's just, that's the only state I have seen that does not, they don't even come close to following the law. So same thing I'm doing with my channel, just taking some personal time. Yep, anytime, bud. Anytime. I'm going to quit offering advice, though, because I get too personally involved. And I get way too freaking angry. I just get way too angry, man, when it comes. You seen that yesterday when you sent me that paper, that picture or photo of the paper from the court. Morning, Santee. Iowa is a third world state. Yeah, tell me about it. You don't feel bad about yesterday, Ty. Don't feel bad about yesterday. I already wasn't really, I was upset about the weather. I couldn't get outside and do anything. It was really affecting me. Good morning, Caucasian. For those of you, I'm going to throw this out there. I'm going to take this little ball, I'm going to toss it out in the crowd. You guys try this on for size. The courts set up a no contact order between Ty and his ex. And either her or her boyfriend is constantly contacting him via social media, messenger. She's sending friendship requests on Facebook. They drive by the house. She goes to the school and visits the kids. All this here kind of stuff. He files with the court for a violation of the no contact order, and the court tells him, well, there's not been any contact. A no contact order is personal, face-to-face, either voluntarily or involuntarily, and that's it. What she's doing is harassing you. I'm like, no, in every other goddamn state across the country, no contact means no contact. No phone calls, no messages, no visiting the kids, no being within a certain amount of feet from a person, no nothing. And he sent me that thing yesterday, and I was, like I said, I was already having one of them days, and I flipped shit. I went nuts. I went nuts. He apologized to me for telling me. I apologized to him for flipping out. Never heard back from him the rest of the day. It's like, well, crap. Now I've upset him because I was already upset, and he threw that at me, and I feel so personally involved with Ty and I being so close anyway. I flipped shit on him. It's like, man, I heard his boo-boo kitty. I hope he shows up Monday morning. Oh, let me see here. Let me get back up here. Uh, yeah, this is going to do. Feel bad about yesterday. More coffee. Oh, I got coffee. I got coffee. I actually picked up some 1885 the other day. I ran out of the last of the gun barrel coffee that I had from Danny. The wife found a bag of 1885 for like $6 and change at the dollar store. Picked me up a bag of it, and this stuff is good. This stuff has got some flavor to it. There ain't no buses where you live, okay? Dude, there are buses. We have crappy buses here. We don't have those regular metro buses like cities have. We have those call us if you need us and we'll come and pick you up for $5 buses. So needless to say, they're really nice buses. And they're heavy. So, I mean, you know, one blindfolded jump, thump, thump, it's done. Big buses. Big buses. Oh, let me see here. All right, Buck. Take care, bud. I missed him. I was ranting. Facebook. I have 2 bags of that coffee, Drew. It is good. Oh yeah, my God, for $6 and change. You know, granted, it's a little pricier. You know, I normally buy a can of coffee for $6 or $7. So, and it takes 2 of those bags to fill up my can. But my God, that stuff is good. That stuff is good. And I'll get a couple weeks out of a bag of coffee, so. I'll be the first one to say, all you folks that told me about 1885, you were right. It is a good coffee. It is a good coffee. In the last few months, I have discovered 3 brand new brands of coffee that everybody's been right about. Everybody's been dead on. The Arbuckles from Santee at Christmas time. Excellent coffee. I wish I could get it here. So, and of course, the Gun Barrel Coffee that sponsors Danny's podcast. That's a very, very good coffee too. And then that 1885 for being a local, able to get locally brand. Oh yeah, great coffee. "1933, Loch Ness Monster sighted for the first time, igniting a fanfare." Oh hey, today is my mother-in-law's birthday. Got to send her a dead cat or something. Couple of roadkill squirrels or a dead bird in a box. I'll just tell her that her dog got it for her birthday. Oh man, goodness gracious sakes, I cannot believe that summer is supposed to be here, but somebody's lying to us. Be honest with you, it's 49 degrees right now. It's supposed to get up to the mid 60s today, and like I said, it's supposed to be clear. But don't look too clear out there. It's actually really overcast and misting um, when the wife left for work at 6:30. But you know, the funny thing about it was that I think the weathermen have figured out how to cover their butts with that deal. When they're wrong, they just send out the Doppler images that they want you to see. Because when the wife left this morning, I got on my phone, I pulled up my Doppler, because it's like, hey, wait, it was supposed to be clear today. It wasn't supposed to be raining. And I looked at my Doppler and it showed nothing. It showed nothing in our area. And I'm looking outside and it's like the deck is soaked. I just walked out on the deck. It's raining. It's misting all over the place. The road's soaked, so it's been doing it for a while. But the Doppler is showing clear. It's like, okay, well, we were wrong, but there's no evidence we were wrong because we just sent out Doppler images from last week when it was clear. Weatherman, it's a good job unless somebody rains on your parade. Yep, I'll give you that one. Oh. But like I said, this coming Saturday night, we got the Morton house in Benton Harbor, Michigan. It was the very first house built in Benton Harbor. It was a very large plantation home in the colonial style. Very, very beautiful place. Facebook page, do I add you? Yeah, you can just send me a friend request, Stephen. That's how it works. You just click on add friend, and then it's up to them to respond to you. Either they're going to be your friend or they're not going to be your friend. You know, just but don't get all upset because there is only a certain number of people other people can have. So if, let's say the number's 2,000. If they already have 2,000 friends and they deny your friendship request, it don't mean they don't like you. It just means they can't add anybody else. $50 there. Yeah, we're sitting at 49 right now. Like I said, it's supposed to get up to the mid 60s today. I got to get a saw. I got to figure out how to cut these pieces that I need for the tent for the event here in 3 weeks. God, I can't wait to get out of this house for a weekend. We're doing the theater on the 16th. We had to postpone it because of the deal going on with Mark's foster son and the fact that Heather was sick. So we put it off until the 16th of May. So yeah, we'll be doing it on the 16th of May. I think it's the 16th. I think I checked this last week and it was right. Yeah. Yep. Monday the 16th, and then I'll be heading out Thursday the 19th for the security job with the Niles Ren Fair. So, but, and then I've got Danny working on another theater in Allegan, Michigan, and the Jailhouse Museum in Allegan, Michigan, the former county jail. So there's 2 more possibilities for this summer. The entire town of Allegan, Michigan, though, is pretty much haunted. There have been multiple reports of houses and businesses including the theater, several other businesses and old buildings uptown. They have even seen ghostly boats on the river. So there's a whole lot to be seen there. It's already 70 degrees. Like I said, summer's supposed to be here. Somebody just needs to get that memo to Mother Nature so she quits pissing on our parades. Oh, oh! I just got a message on my phone that somebody on TikTok liked one of my advertisements for the videos that I put up on here, and that was one of the things that set me off this morning. Was I created a sound for that Necronomicon video that I put out yesterday. The ocean sound and Cthulhu groaning and moaning when he appeared and disappeared on the screen. I created that whole thing. It took me several hours to create that. And TikTok copyright claimed me on it. They took the sound out of it. Somebody posted a copyright claim on my sound. The thing about TikTok is there's no way to argue it. There's no way to argue it. You cannot argue with whoever copyright claims something. So here's a 2-minute clip advertising a video, and they copyright claimed it, took all the sound off of it. So I had to go in there today and put some goofy damn music with it to get the video to post so people could see it. Now, explain to me. You can post a video on TikTok. You can have Ozzy Osbourne, Motley Crue. You can have Air Supply, Chicago. You can have Jason Aldean. You can have Alabama. You can have all them playing with your video. But if you sit down and create your own music, then somebody's going to copyright claim it. Get a little piano and play your... That's what I did. I created my own music, my own sound. The ocean sound, Cthulhu moaning and growling in the background, all that stuff was stuff that I put together. I compiled and created. No one else has ever used that before. And they copyright claimed it. Well, I should say they ownership claimed it. They didn't copyright claim it. They ownership claimed it. So I'm waiting for videos to pop up on there in the future with that sound on there, and I'm gonna ownership claim them. I have no problem shoving it up their derriere and snapping it off. Donner Party, I'll take a thigh. You know, Santee, I was actually going to make the thumbnail of a bunch of immigrants sitting around the fire, and one of them holding a leg, one of them holding an arm. And make the caption that Donner thought twice the second time of using the same caterer. But then I thought that was in poor taste. Oh, come on. Pass on the Donner Party experience. Dude, if somebody got a hold of me today, even in my health, if somebody got a hold of me today and said, we're going to reenact the Donner Party excursion westward, are you game? I would jump on that faster than a dung beetle on a pile of cow poop. I would give anything to reenact that long ass ride on horseback from Illinois all the way out to the Sierra Nevadas. Yeah, they had finger food there. They had finger food. They had rump roast. They had ham, head cheese, breasts, thighs. It was all over the place. Hell of a menu. Yeah, party at the Donners. There you go. Hey, Tony. Party at the Donners. Just bring a side dish. We got all the meat covered. Roasted nuts. Yep, yep, yep. It was. Is it worth the risk to escape Illinois? Well, they found an out, and they didn't. They you know. Hey, Steven, good to see you. Glad you popped in, bud. Someone else's people. Nice rump roast. Why, thank you. I've been exercising. That's a very good point, Santee. I would have a problem eating my own people. I I, I wouldn't have that big of a problem eating somebody else's people. I mean, I don't know you. Nice hams, but I don't know you. Uh, Maybe a stranger's okay. I don't know where they've been. Well, that's why you wash them really good first. Just like you do, chicken or anything else. I mean, once you unpackage it, you wanna wash it really good with warm water or something like that, and get all those preservatives and all that icky stuff off of it, and things like that. You want to make sure it's skinned really well, or bread it so you got a nice breading on the skin. Like a good fried chicken. You know, 11 herbs and spices. You got to keep everything on the up and up. I just spit coffee all over my new phone. Oopsie. Could have been worse. You could have just spit coffee all over your keyboard, all over your computer screen. I mean, it's just a phone. Just a phone. Yeah. They cost almost as much as a computer now. And you can carry them in your pocket. Something got on my laptop too, and my other phone. All right, I'm sorry. I'll quit cracking jokes. I'll just sit here and. Oh, but yeah, like I said, I started working on Working on that this morning for tomorrow. That is going to be mostly the video is going to be about the archaeologist or archaeology team moving into Donner Pass, where where the main part of the group was stuck for that winter, and excavating that whole area around the Donner Tree, um, where the shelter was supposedly backed up against. It's going to cover a lot of their finds. Um, it'll tell a little bit about the Donner Party itself and the excursion. It's a very very informative video. It's very very cool. I was shocked. I sat here and watched it this morning, and it's like a lot of information there to be shared out. Too bad I didn't see it because she's hiding in the corner on video. That would have been hilarious. Then you would have lost yours when you seen her spit all over the place. So I mean, it would have been this huge chain reaction of people hurling coffee and shit. There would have been a lot of damaged electrical equipment this morning. So I gotta check this real quick because I heard a rumor. Why, yes, the rumor is true. 1 week from this Friday is Friday the 13th. We gotta figure out something cool to do on Friday the 13th. Not quite sure what yet, but something cool. I got my camera off on video chat. I'm hiding in my corner. Nobody can me get out of my corner. Oh, time for Santee to head out and go be a boss or something. All right, bud. Have a good day. Take care of yourself, and we'll catch you later. Happy Monday, Santee. Well, you know, it could be worse, Candy. You could be hiding in the closet. You know. It's always easier to come out of a corner than it is to come out of the closet. Crazy chicken. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Hope you're doing good today, bud. Well, you know, y'all. I hope you guys have a good Monday planned. I mean, you seen the look on Ralphie's face in that picture for the thumbnail for this. He he's laying there on the floor, and I walked out of the bedroom and looked over the couch, and there he was, just all of a sudden rolled over on his back and looked at me. And I snapped that picture. I said, that is the perfect Monday look right there. Just kind of roll over like, ah, shit, here we go again. Like, no, Dad, it's not Monday. No. Which really kind of funny, too, because the daughter was so excited about only having a month of school left. She ran out of the house 20 minutes before she normally does this morning, and then ran back up to the house, up to the window over here, and she's like, Dad, there's no one here. I said, well, your bus don't come for another half hour. Of course the kids aren't going to go out there and stand in the drizzle and stuff and wait for the bus. I said, you're the only nutball that rides that bus. You should be on the short bus, kiddo. I said, you're wanting to go out and stand in the rain at 49 degrees. I said, your other friends are all standing inside their front porches and stuff for another 10 minutes waiting before they have to go out. My Monday is recovering from some real physical labor over the weekend. I wish I could have done some physical labor over the weekend. That was my plan. Good morning, American Justice. Good to see you. I wish we had some sunshine. I'll tell you what, old Mother Nature, she is a fickle girl this year. Every warm day we've had, it's rained. Every cool day we've had, it's been overcast, but clear. No rain. So I wish she'd just straighten up and decide what she's going to do. Either we're going to have summer or it's going to stay spring until October. I wanted to get all that stuff done outside while it was nice, so I didn't risk catching a head cold or something going out there working, 40, 50 degrees, breaking a sweat while it's chilly and stuff. Oh no, 60, 70 degree days, it's going to rain all day long. Yeah, someone peed in her Cheerios. Amen to that. Speaking of peeing, you guys give me a sec. I gotta run to the outhouse real quick. I didn't get a chance to do it before we started. I'll be right back. Strangers in the night, exchanging glances, all through the night. Oh, goodness gracious sakes. I cannot wait to get this day started. Get this video finished. Hopefully, hopefully be able to find a saw or at least some squirrel saw blades, so I can get that plank cut, get the tent set up, make sure everything's gonna be nice and tight with that. So I got someplace to stay while I'm doing security at the Ren Fair. Just in case it's another one of those Mother Nature extravaganzas where the temperatures are going to be warm and it rains the whole weekend. Ain't worried about it being cold. I could put a fire right at the doorway, keep it heated up real nice. I know how to stay warm in the winter. Staying dry, well, that's a whole nother thing. Then again, I do wear a lot of wool, so I should be all right. That event should make a real good video as well. Of course, we will have Swords of Valor there. They do unchoreographed live sword fighting. So, pocket full of money and just want to sleep. I, pocket full of money. I just found a quarter yesterday, and me and the daughter were rolling around on the floor. The winner took possession of the quarter. That's. I know it don't sound like a lot of fun and games to most people, but you know when you and the 13-year-old are rolling around on the floor like you're fighting for the last piece of bologna in a package in a starving household. Um, that was funny. Her friend was here, and she just sat there and watched us and shook her head. She's like, I never in my life ever seen anybody who was willing to fight over a quarter. No, I won the quarter. I won the quarter. I outweigh her by over 100 pounds. I got her. I got her. I just finally grabbed her and spun her completely sideways where she couldn't reach the quarter anymore, and then laid on top of her. Pinned her arms down her side and laid on top of her and got the quarter. Stuck it in my pants pocket. I won the quarter. I now am the proud owner of 79 cents total. I'm doing good. I understand now why people used to box and fight for money. Get a smaller opponent, you can kick their butt every time. Pocket full of money and just want to sleep. Get out and do something, dude. Get out and do something. Have some fun, man. I'll tell you what. If I had a half a pocket full of money, I'd be out doing something today. I don't care if it's 49 degrees and overcast. I'd put on my coat. I'd go out and find something to do. Truth to it, though, Tony, she'll wind up with the quarter because I can never tell her no, especially as good as she is, and she stays on top of her chores and stuff like that. And I rated my penny. I have an old spittoon in the bedroom that sits on the bedside stand, an old brass spittoon. I put all my pennies in, and the ice cream man actually drove by on Saturday for the first time. We heard him like 3 blocks away. So I ran into the spittoon and grabbed like 6 rolls of pennies out and gave it to her, and she ran out and got herself a rocket bar or some dumb shit. So I can't tell her no. She's my last kid. I figured my sons are 35 years old now, and I've spoiled the crap out of them. You know, if I could do it for them, I'd do it for my girl. I don't sleep either. Um, yeah, exactly. What's sleep anymore? Sleep is that thing that we lay down at night and dream of. Reality, on the other hand, whole different animal. Why'd everybody get quiet all of a sudden? Everybody just all of a sudden just got quiet. What else is going on out there? What am I missing for being on here? I know. I guess I'm boring this morning, or something like that. I mean, just not even a minute ago, we had 12 people in here and lost half of them in like 30 seconds. So I guess I'm just boring this morning. Yeah, too painful to type. Oh, I'm sure. If you were doing what I think you were doing all weekend long, maneuvering the block and stuff to get your cabin set on when it's delivered and everything, um, I could imagine you are pretty sore this morning. Your hands, arms, and back are probably just absolutely destroyed this morning. So, like I said, I used to do the brick block and stone thing, and I know what it's like toting block, toting stone. You know, I feel for you. I really honestly do. Trying to level rocky ground was the worst part. I take it you're doing it all by hand, Tony. You didn't like rent a bobcat or something like that to go down there and just level the ground out or anything. You're doing it all by hand. Shovel and hoe. My God, man. Like I said, I feel for you. I've been there. Not a project quite that big. You know, I've had to dig out for stone patios and block patios, walkways, things like that. But doing something on that large of a scale to 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 set the foundation for a cabin, no, I've never done anything that big. But I am here to say that if I was closer to you, I'd be out there to help you. You wouldn't be doing it all by yourself, that's for sure. I could still stand to lose another 15 pounds or so. So, yeah, I'd be out there with you. Gotta get ready, get my day started, possibly do some running. Y'all take care. Have a great day. You do the same, bud. You do the same. I'll be sitting right here all day long. So, if you need me, give me a holler. I got nothing else going on. Setting 16 pillars, or did set 16 pillars. Very cool. Very cool. I'd love to see the place through the process, Tony. Everything you're doing to to get it ready for the cabin to come in and stuff like that. Um, I, I'd love to see it. I wish you were doing um, a step by step series of videos getting the land ready and stuff like that. The only bad thing about it is you show too many pictures, somebody's going to spot that thing on um, from Google Space or something like that. Know where you live at. Then the jig's up. I can't give up nightly dessert, ice cream, something sweet. I actually, and it's funny, Bubba. Elvis, good morning. Thank you for hitting the button. Good morning, Ian. It's funny you mentioned the dessert thing because I made meatloaf last night, scalloped potatoes, and I wanted to make a dessert, and I made a depression cake. You know, invented during the depression when there wasn't a lot of eggs or milk or something, and I was amazed at how well that thing came out. Just just flour, what was it? Flour, cocoa, uh, baking soda, um, like 2 tablespoons of oil. Um, but anyway, it was amazing how well this thing came out, and it came right out of the pan. It was wonderful. So yeah, evening dessert, it's a must. Um, thank you, Fish. Message you today. I will do. Take care. That take that to the bank. Get the can green button. We have yet to take pics. They won't find it. Shit was pre-planned, be hidden as long as the leaves are on the trees. There you go. That's how you look. That's one way to look at it. Whoever else popped in, hi there too. My favorite dessert is strawberry rhubarb pie. I've never been able to stomach strawberry rhubarb pie. Don't know why. I love strawberry pie. My grandmother always had a ton of rhubarb in her garden. And she made rhubarb pie, she made strawberry rhubarb pie, she made all that stuff. And I could never stomach the tanginess of rhubarb. My grandfather would walk out, he would snap off a stalk of rhubarb and bite it right off, stick the stalk in his, hang out of his back pocket while he was working in the garden. He'd get done chewing on that one piece, he'd pull it out and just bite off it like a big chunk of beef jerky. But I could never. Oh my God. I tried. I tried so many times. Whenever she made rhubarb pie or something like that, she'd always take the leftover dough and, she'd make one of them grandma specials where you roll out the dough and everything and you put cinnamon and sugar and butter all over it and you roll it up and you bake it, with the pie. So you've got this really cool, cinnamon, sugar, buttery roll up thing. That's what she always made for us grandkids. And I like banana cream pie. I love banana cream pie. Banana cream pie, lemon meringue pie, chocolate cream pie. My sister, oh my God, my sister makes the best Mississippi mud pie. You want about diabetes in a bowl. Between the chocolate and the peanuts and the marshmallows and more chocolate and this kind of chocolate and that kind of chocolate and this other kind of chocolate, I'm surprised that that girl never broke 120 pounds. She didn't. She never gained a pound, and I gained diabetes. I don't know how. I don't know how that's fair. And she eats more sweets than I do. I got the weight, and she got thin. I'll never coconut cream pie. Oh my God, yes. More about sunblock. There are other advantages. I love rhubarb, the spice, strawberry rhubarb pie. Better than a mud pie. Yeah. Just a mud pie. Something about the little pebbles. Always wanted to chip a tooth or something. Grandmother Bonnie made something called Mississippi mud cake. I think they're the same things, Tony. I think Mississippi mud pie and Mississippi mud cake are pretty much the same thing. Um, it's just three or four different kinds of chocolate and peanuts and marshmallow and just all kinds of sweet nummy goodness. Never had cornbread cake, but I am a cornbread fanatic. I love cornbread. And there is absolutely nothing about cornbread that's good for a diabetic. But I cannot make a pot of ham and beans that I don't make cornbread. Corn is bad for diabetics. The enriched flour in it and the cornmeal's not as bad, but it's still not real healthy. But oh my God, dude, cheese and criminy. And wouldn't you know, I got a big ham bone in the freezer. We've had in there for a year. Might have to think into some ham and beans sometime here real soon. Could not eat. It was too sweet. That's the way the Mississippi mud pie is. It is just, it's like biting into a sugar block. Apple pie with a scoop of ice cream. Um, I've never done homemade apple pie with ice cream. If I get a hankering for apple pie, I'll go buy one of those little 70 cent generic apple pies at the store. Get a couple of them if I've got the extra money, and I'll stick them in the microwave for about 30 seconds, and then put my ice cream on top of them. Cornbread makes chili too. Never had cornbread with chili. Be worth trying that. I like to Dutch oven cornbread on top of chili. I got a nice Dutch oven in there. Only used it a few times. Never used it at camp though. I always use it on the gas stove or use it on the grill. So yeah, I might actually start using that big old Dutch oven that my mother-in-law bought me for Christmas a few years ago. I'd like to start doing some baking and different cooking and stuff at camp. It's got the recessed lid, so I can put the coals on top. I can bake pies and stuff in it. I've got the trivets that'll fit down inside it. And if you don't have a trivet, you could always put a couple S hooks in the bottom and set your pie pan right down the Dutch oven on top of those S hooks. That way it's lifted up off the bottom so the heat flows and you don't get, or the arid heat flows under it. You don't get the burning sensation from the coals. Dude, I love tamales. Tamales are my favorite Mexican food. Um, I miss my Mexican neighbors that always, always, always made tamales. Uh-oh. I think I've got a... Oh no, it's still connected. My daughter made me that, and I never take it off. It's one of those little rubber band bracelets. I swear to God, if I could get her working with porcupine quills or something like that, that kid for some reason, I don't know what it is. She is an expert at finger weaving. She can do anything sitting down finger weaving. My Dutch oven's got legs. I got 3 legs on my Dutch oven. I've got like the large lodge Dutch oven with the recessed lid. It's got the handle on it, 3 legs on bottom. I think it's the largest Dutch oven they make. Because one year the mother-in-law bought me an iron griddle, but there's no way to actually hang it over the fire. It's only got a handle on each end, so if you try to put anything on it, it'll tip one way or the other. I've actually been looking for a person that can weld, that can just weld me like a ring on each corner, so I can suspend that griddle over the fire. She got me a couple iron skillets, got me the Dutch oven. Of course, I use the iron skillets at camp. I use the griddle on the gas stove. I just turn on 2 burners and set it right down over the top of them. And I do a lot of cooking and stuff inside in the wintertime on it, and then in the summertime, like I said, if I'm not cooking over the fire pit here at the house, using the Dutch oven, which I made apple pie, glug glug apple pie, not yum yum apple pie. I made like liquid apple pie Halloween 2 years ago over the fire pit here. Had some folks over and everything right after Halloween, and drank some hot apple pie out over the fire, and sat around and BS till about 2 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, I love tamales, man. My God. My neighbor used to make tamales every Sunday through the summer, and the kids would walk around with a wagon full of plastic grocery bags. I think they had like 20 tamales in each bag. And you could buy one tamale or you could buy the whole damn thing, but they were $1 a piece. And I used to buy 20 tamales off those kids every single Sunday, and that's all I'd live on. That was my main source of caloric intake through the week, was tamales. And I couldn't wait till the next Sunday when more of them was walking around. No stove on earth will bake like a Dutch oven. Amen to that. Cornbread and chili tastes like tamales. Oh wow. Oh, you guys are making me hungry. Bacon old Bennett. That is a justified reference. Mags Bennett. Well, like I said, I got to get my hands on some more bacon before the Ren Fair, so I got enough bacon jerky to last me the weekend. If I could find a decent tip roast or something like that, there's an old recipe that they used to do on the wagon trains and stuff, where they would take their knife and they'd stab a tip roast or something like 30 or 40 times, and bust up cloves of garlic and chop up onions, and they would take a big chunk of onion and a piece of that clove, and they would shove it in each one of those holes. Then they'd run the spit through it and just let it sit there and just slowly crank it around. And as it for those of you that have ever used a tip roast before, it has no bone in it. So it is just a beautiful chunk of meat. And after about a half hour of slowly turning this thing one tick every 10 minutes or so, it starts to get cooked about an inch and a half into the meat. And you can just start slicing off chunks of that meat and eating it as you're turning it. So, good morning, Big Shock, Big Chalk, Big Chalk. Sorry, having a hard time reading your name. Good morning, Big. Good to see you this morning. Try roasting a ham over a fire in a hole. Never done a ham in a hole. Never done a suckling pig cooking it in the ground either. Little things that's kind of hard to do here in town. Good morning, whatever. That's why I decided to stay safe and just call them Big. So I think it's Chalk, Chock. But with my eyes, God only knows, it could be, I could be completely reading it wrong. I've been, for the last, it's me, Big Chuck from Horror Trivia, oh, okay, Chuck. Good to see you, bud. I like that font. It's really buggered up. I do like that. I put I don't put the ham in the hole. Oh, roasting roasting a ham over a fire in a hole. I got you. That's how I cook when I'm out at camp. I don't do the stone ring thing. I actually put a hole in the ground, make a fire pit, and then I put my my uprights in the ground and run my cross member, and then I've got a little a small rotisserie that'll hang from S hooks down over the fire. I've cooked turkeys, chickens, beef, all kinds of stuff on that little rotisserie hanging over a fire before, but I've never cooked a ham. So you do it in the summer without cooking yourself. Makes sense. Oh, I got you. Yeah, mine's. Hey, Richie. Good to see you, bud. I think I seen you pop in earlier. Sorry, I was talking and didn't say hi to you. It is raining by me, but I'll take the rain over the snow. Dude, that's all it's been doing lately. I was just saying at the beginning of the stream, we had a really beautiful weekend. I had plans to go out and do stuff out here, start getting things ready for the Ren Fair on the 19th, 20th, 21st, and 22nd, and it rained. High 60s all weekend long, and it rained all weekend. Now here it is in the 40s, and it says it's going to be clear, but it was misting this morning. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. I've done a bit of cooking over the fire. Yeah, I have. Hey, Cade. Good to see you. Yeah, it's been a long time, bud. Been a long time. Too long. I've had buried fire roast pig too. Yeah, I've never done a roast pig in the ground. Never had it. Every place I've always gone that was going to do the pig, I already had somebody set aside to do it. I poured here last night. Just caught the tail end of the storm. Good God, my fingers ain't working. It's all right, Tony. I can make it out. I'm pretty good. Back to two finger typing. That's why that's why when I'm typing, you'll hear me do that. It's me going back and erasing all my mistakes. I'm better off just. They made a pit that they reuse over and over in the park, little town area. Well, that's cool. That's cool. A lot of our guys will come out. They'll just dig a big pit on like a Thursday or something, and they'll start cooking Friday midday, so the hog is done by Saturday midday for dinner, and they let the fire go out and cover it back up and put the sod back in place on top of it and dig it back up again the next year. I'm just a one finger typer. Most of the time I can type faintly less than poorly. I'm not a typer. 9 times out of 10 I wind up sending voice messages. Yes, I know, I know, I know, I know. I'm typing in school, but I still can't type. That's how I was. We didn't have computers for like typing class and stuff when I was in school. We had old brother typewriters. Our only computer was in the library, and it was nothing but a computerized card catalog on an Apple IIe computer. Um, but I took typing class and did well in typing class. I just don't like typing. I really think that oxygen deprivation in a pit does something because it's better than a regular roast hog. Yeah, I know. You're right about that. I've been to events before where they'll bring out like the big 55-gallon drum roaster, or they'll have two of them welded together. And all right, Richie, you too, bud. You too. Take care of yourself and try to stay dry. Come back anytime, brother. But yeah, they'll bring out the big drum roasters, and for some reason, hog cooked in the ground like that always tastes better. Who knows, guys? I might get this video done today and decide to premiere the video tonight and then do a live stream before or after. Just don't know. Depends on the video. That way I could actually take tomorrow off. Yeah, me take a day off, sure. Seymour Cannabis, great show. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Try to have a good Monday. Take care of yourself. Try to have a little bit of fun, man. Try to have a little bit of fun. That is my message for you guys every single day. Try to have a little bit of fun. My God, life is way too short. just to give myself more time, Tony, more free time here at the house. I mean, I'm the one that stays here at the house while the wife goes out and works, and I don't bring in any kind of an income anymore. None at all. Zero income. So, I take care of the house. I take care of her grandmother. I do the laundry. I do all the cleaning. So, by not doing a Wednesday morning stream, it gives me a little bit more time to clean and stuff like that. Um, and then that frees me up um, for Wednesday night and Thursday to do another video and Friday to do the streams, Saturday to work on the videos for Sunday or whatever, to do my investigations and stuff like that. It also, makes the wife feel like I'm trying a little bit harder. So, if I happen to run out of soda or I need something for an outing, she's a little bit more apt to jump in there and help out. I do stuff for her. She does stuff for me. And besides that, sitting here in this chair 60 hours a week, 60 plus hours a week, starts to suck a little bit. It's nice to get up and move around a little bit. But just those couple hours in the morning, man, on Wednesdays in the middle of the week, it just, it would be different if I was pulling in an income, if I was pulling in any kind of money. I mean, I literally goose egg, big zero. If not for the donations on this channel, I make nothing. So by her taking care of everything, I'm just basically pulling my weight a little bit more. That way, when she does have her 2 days off a week, she don't have to spend them doing everything around the house that I could be doing. My missus started to say, "You're going to spend all my money, but mine hasn't got quite that far yet." But after Grandma had her stroke, her sons took her to the attorney and became power of attorney over all of her money. So we have the auto pay bills that come out each month out of her account, and that's what she does. Everything else my wife does. She takes care of Grandma, she takes care of our daughter, she takes care of me, she takes care of her. She does the gas thing. Out of 14 days, she works 10 of them, sometimes 11. So gas right now, food right now, stuff like that. So I think I could pull some weight around here. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's going to be great to get monetized again one of these days and start bringing in some regular monthly paycheck and, not have to rely on her to try to find the funds to take care of me. But, and actually be able to help her out too. I told her, "You bring home $300 a month more than I do, yet I pay the bills." Conversation ended. And see, that's kind of my thing. I want to be able to, pay for my own events, pay for my own equipment, things like that. That was our agreement when I first started doing YouTube, is that I was going to get monetized and I was going to take care of my channel. And, then back in November, I got demonetized, and she's been taking care of me and everything. That's why I don't have any brand new equipment to do any of these really big, nice investigations, um, stuff like that. So, yeah, an ends to the means. That's why I'm working on um, getting remonetized. So, yes, I get the difference that you don't. Yeah, exactly. So enough said about that. I hate talking about it. It's just there are times I feel like like I feel like I could do more. There are times I feel like I'm not the man that I should be because she's supporting everything. That's why I work so hard doing this. But sadly enough, the doctors still say no when it comes to going back to work. So, my blood sugar still sits over 300, but I'm still losing weight, which I don't understand. If my blood sugar is so high, why am I still losing weight? I went to the doctor the other day, back to the cardiologist, and I've lost another 3 pounds in 3 weeks. It's like, huh, I'll be damned. How about that? At least I'm going to be, at one point in time, down to my ideal weight and still sexy and unhealthy. I used to make 125 a month. Hell, I ain't making 80 a month. I still have percent of views. I think I'm getting screwed by YouTube. Hey, dog. Good to see you, bud. Yeah, I heard they've been doing that a lot lately. Um, you should ask the no doctor to write a statement. It don't count, Tony. It doesn't count. My my personal care physician. Um, he's only one of multiple doctors, and Social Security here. Um, yeah, I know what you meant. The SS doc. I know what you meant. Um, Last year when I went through the Social Security hearing in Valparaiso over the phone, last July, uh, they used their own medical professional. They went through all the medical reports from the cardiologist, from the endocrinologist, from the doctor, from the foot doctor, um, everything, the hearing doctor, the eye doctor, all that. And he's the one who said, well, he still qualifies for 23% of the occupations here in the country. He likes to sit down a lot. He could go to work as an untrained in an untrained secretarial job. I said, I don't drive. We don't have any of those around here. And my attorney said he has to move to a major city to find a job like that. And their job specialist, whatever he's called, said, well, then I would be looking for a home in a major city. So I had a great lawyer, had him for over 3 years compiling information to go to court. And because of that, occupational therapy or occupational observer, occupational whatever he's called, because he said no dice, I still qualify for 23% of the jobs nationwide. They turned me down. But it was also because I had a lot of outdated information because of COVID. That's why we're compiling all that information again now. And because there was no in-office visits, everything was over the phone, so I had no new medical reports for like a year. So that's what we're doing now, is recompiling so I can refile again. I'm just hoping it don't take 3 years again this time. Um, get yourself a lawyer. That's what you need. I'm telling you, you will never get disability. I had an attorney. I had an attorney. Matter of fact, they were disability attorneys. But I had them for 3 years compiling information and contacting doctors and getting faxes sent to them and stuff. And it wasn't pretty. My doc wrote a letter, and within a week or two, I was approved. Wow. At the end of the day, none of these fed people do not want to risk medical malpractice. Yep. Now, see, that's what my doctor said. He said, right now, as long as your blood sugar is sitting at 300 and higher, no, you can't work. You can't work. He said you have dizzy spells, you get lightheaded, your equilibrium's off, you got neuropathy, you're losing your eyesight, you're losing your hearing. You know, no, you can't. Now, if we can get it under control. I said, dude, we've been trying for 6 years to get it under control. So, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Hey, Lee. Good to see you, bud. Oh, yeah. See, Tony, I never set foot in an office either. My attorney was out of Utah. That's the same one that my mother-in-law used for her knee replacement. She got a knee replacement, got disability. There is a problem that fucking if. Yeah. Is it Saturday yet? No. No, it is not. But it's getting close. Marky will be there in 2 days for his golf outing, and going to the Berg Wednesday, bowling party, at work Friday. Come on, let's go. Going to the Berg Wednesday. Yeah. Heart failure. I can see that. And see, diabetes is a weird thing. I've ran into 36 people who have got disability for diabetes. And then I run into 2 or 3 people who couldn't get it. It's just very, very, very funny about that. And I'm still trying to get my endocrinologist to look into being insulin resistant. They keep trying to up my insulin, but my blood sugar don't go down, and all it does is make me sick and make me mean. And I think they're finally starting to consider the fact that I may just be insulin resistant. My blood sugar is not ever going to go down, regardless of how healthy I feel or seem or anything else. And my kid got invited to be on tour with a licensed guide. Very cool. Very cool. I know, like I said the other day when we were talking, Lee, I know Mark was talking about doing his golf outing thing. And then you and him and possibly Taryn meeting in the Berg on like Friday, and having a live stream on here with all 3 of you guys in the Berg on Friday evening, and then I guess you guys taking off after that and driving back. That way you're back in plenty of time to get some rest and stuff before the concert. And I still haven't heard from Mark. I don't know what he's planning on doing about Saturday night. I got you, Tony. I understand. Yeah, I mentioned a letter like that to the doctor a short time ago. And, or I take that back. I mentioned it to his nurse that I need to talk to him about that letter. And the nurse told me he won't write that letter because too much responsibility falls back on him. So, but they would ask him about that letter. I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, they said he will not write that letter. That they don't allow them to write that letter because he is just a family doctor. He's not a specialist. Therefore, he can't make that judgment call whether I will or will not ever again. I know exactly what you're saying now. Yeah, I asked him about that. The thing is that you knew. Ouch. Yeah, I see mine again here either next week or the week after, and I'm going to keep pushing for it because as long as he keeps telling me no, which it's already been, it'll be 6 years in July, guys. 6 years in July since I've worked, and yeah, they keep telling me no dice. I'm going to keep pushing. Asked me to wait a bit after an appointment and handed me the letter to give to the SS doctor. Yep, I'm going to keep pushing. I've never been one to give up, so I'll keep right on a pushing on it, and we'll see what happens with it. What which tour group, Lee, are you going to be going with? Or I should say, which tour guide are you going to be going with? Or can you mention the name? Oh my God, tell me about it, Tony. Tell me about it. Like I said, my mother-in-law got Social Security for her colostomy and her knee replacement. But 2 weeks ago, she was up here at the bar when the band was playing, dancing. I couldn't dance now if I wanted to. I'd wind up on the floor with my head busted open. Hell, I can barely walk, let alone dance. She's up there dancing, dang band playing up here. It's like, my goodness gracious. She's 10 years older than I am. I wish I had her energy. Bloody thing. There it goes. Yeah, believe it or not, I used to love the line dance. 8, 10 years ago, I line danced. I used to love it. We have a little place called Mulligan's right by Notre Dame, and every Friday night, the local country station comes in and their DJ plays nothing but line dance music. They have a line dance instructor. My ex and I used to go up every Friday night, and they have a huge tent they set up. Hey, Pocket Watch, good to see you. Hope you're doing good today. But they've got this huge tent they set up right outside the front door. It almost doubles the size of the bar, and they have a big area to dance outside under the tent. They got the dance floor inside the bar, and boy, I'll tell you what, that's the kind of kicker bar right there I always wanted to open up myself. For those of you that didn't know, that was always a dream of mine, was to open my own kicker bar, cowboy bar. There used to be one here in Michigan, and it done really well up until COVID started. The bar area was just like an old saloon, had an old, like a mahogany bar in it with the big mirror display behind it and everything. They had a huge dance floor, and then they had a stage, and in two corners opposite from each other they had bowls. And they were all the time. I mean, it was standing room only, waiting to get on those electronic bowls. And that was always reminds me a lot of a place I used to go to when I was in Texas, a little place called the Cadillac Ranch down in Humble, Texas, where all the bull riders, where all the rodeo riders, all those guys used to go to on Friday and Saturday nights. You had straight up, I mean, that's where I seen David Allen Coe at. Dude's fun to drink with. Could not do the bar thing, can't stand being around drunks. And see, that's an issue I have too. I don't do the drunken stupid thing. I don't mind the slightly buzzing and under control thing. But when it gets to that drunken stupid point, that's when security shows them where the door's at. Act like you're gonna start a fight. Bye. Disrespect a woman. Bye. Just be a general nuisance and a retard. Bye. There's a lot of buys in there. But it would be a friendly enough place that people want to come back because they know that everything was being watched. It's one thing I did like about Texas. So they had these places, and you'd see them just sitting on a piece of land somewhere out along the highway. They were block buildings, and they had overhead doors on 2 or 3 of the 4 sides. They had a bar back there, and all they served was beer. Didn't need a liquor license. You could come in, you could bring your own bottle of liquor in. You could stand up at the table, pull up a chair, whatever the case may be. Had a little stage set up for a band or something to play in, or the band would play outside the doors under the overhang or something like that. Had the area outside where the back could be towards the bar. They could be playing towards the crowd in the parking lot and stuff. Didn't need liquor licenses and stuff for that. Just had to have a beer license. So be drunk as hell myself and still not tolerate other drunks. Hell, that's Dollar General today. No, it was just really cool that you just you'd show up at the or drive by these places and there'd just be a like a cinder block building with tin roof on it, and they'd have like one big overhead door on one end, and they'd have three or four overhead doors going up the side, and you go in there and it's set up like an old saloon or a drinking hall on the inside, and got speakers in the corners and stuff like that. The licensing was easy to get. Hell, anybody could get a beer license. My daughter could get a beer license. Doggone, we got like 8.5 minutes left already. Wow. So much for that Monday morning thing, y'all. But yeah, that was always my dream, to open a kicker bar where folks could go and have a good time and socialize, have fun. Wasn't even gonna sell food. Might sell some pickles, might sell some cigars, might even sell some beef jerky. Be about the end of it right there. There's actually a couple of groups that travel the country doing historical reenactment encampments and stuff. They're set up like that. Got the large circus tent deal. They bring in a bunch of tables and chairs, bring in the bar, bring in some decor for the inside to hang up inside the tent. They make great money. Just just selling nothing but big old kosher dill pickles, cigars, and beef jerky. They make non-alcoholic drinks. You can carry in your own alcohol if you want to and drink at them, but they aren't selling it, so they don't got to worry about any kind of licensing whatsoever. They sell like a homemade root beer and lemonade, stuff like that. They make great money. Not only do they get paid at like $1,000 for going out and setting up at a camp, but everything they sell, they keep all the benefits. So, and of course, they dress up in the old barkeep outfits and stuff with the armbands and, the nice ties. Some of them wearing a little bowler hat or something like that. Of course, they got hidden speakers and stuff in there, playing old piano tunes and stuff from saloons and everything. I was blown away first time. The one that sticks out in my mind the most is the Emerald Peacock. If you ever do a Civil War reenactment or something like that in the Midwest, you will run across a big Civil War event. You'll run across an Emerald Peacock. They got, I think, 3 of the large tents, and they're all brothers. Go out and set up at those events, and they make some dang good money. Quite often, they'll go out and do a large Civil War event like the one that used to be in Jackson, Michigan. They'll make $10,000 in 2 days. And they had, like I said, they got 3 tents going. So they might be doing one somewhere in Iowa, doing one in Michigan, doing one in Ohio or Pennsylvania or something. Can you imagine making in a weekend what most people make in a year? I mean, it's a hell of an investment right off the top, buying the tent, getting the bar built, buying all the little chairs and tables and stuff to set around, getting a little candle lanterns or whatever to set on the tables. But dude, I'll tell you what, you paid for them. You paid for everything the first weekend out at a good event. So, yeah, I mean, that's. But then again, you also need a trailer to haul everything in and, a crew to help you set up and tear down. That's why it's always good to have a family group or a group of friends that all camp together. You can all set up the saloon and tear it back down. And, you just pay for everybody's food and drink and everything. You got your road crew right there to help you take care of things. That's what they do. It is good money. It's real good money. It'd be nice to have the money to do something like that. Then I would actually be the breadwinner again. I'd, I'd make I'd make in 3 weeks what the wife makes in a whole year, and yep. Well, kids, it's getting close to that time. We got us about 2.5 minutes left. It's about time for me to do that fat baby thing and head out. So hoping and praying get that video done. Like I said, we might just do a premiere of that Donner Party video um, tonight, and then do a live stream before or after it. Haven't really decided yet. Might do the live stream after it. Let me see here. No problem, Pocket Watch. Not a problem. Anyone want to pay my bills for me tomorrow? I hate adulting. No. I'll be honest about it. I'm no better at adulting than you are, but I still got to do it. Don't like it. Don't like it one bit. Of course, I have somebody there every day that tells me, "Why don't you act like an adult once in a while?" Why? It's no fun. Every morning you wake up and say, I don't want to go to work. I say, I don't want to adult. I don't really act like a kid, but I do spend a lot of time sitting here getting ideas. Hey Terry, good morning. You got us right before we walk out the door. We got about a minute left, but I'm glad you stopped by anyway. I spend a lot of time in here doing research on upcoming investigations of different locations, cemeteries, stuff like that. Um, I spend a lot of time researching upcoming videos, material, and stuff. In between, I'm running out there making sure Grandma ain't set fire to a trash can again, or fell down, or you know, got to feed the old woman once in a while. You know, run the vacuum, clean a toilet, clean out the litter box, make sure the cats don't starve to death. you know, adult stuff. So I don't get that much time to act like a kid, but I do try to have fun every day, and I definitely suggest the same for each and every one of you. One thing the last few years has taught me is life is short. Enjoy it as much as you can. Don't grab life by the horns. Grab it by the rectal cavity and pick it up, and you guide it where you want it to go. But that's it for right now. I am going to work on the video. We'll try to do the premiere tonight, then follow it up with a live stream. Keep your eyes and ears open for that, you guys. Like I said, this is going to be real interesting. Real interesting. There's a lot of information in this video about the Donner Party. So, until tonight, thank you, Terry. I appreciate that. I try to be as eloquent as possible. Until tonight, y'all take care of yourselves, take care of each other. God bless you, God love you, we do. We'll see y'all later. Enjoy your Monday.